Good morning, everybody. Sugar Spice coming into the words for you. Y'all, I have been I have been under attack for a couple of years in my walk with God. And, it's so strange to me because, um, I used to wonder, why am I going through all this, these problems? Why am I having all these purposes, and things like that? And I know a lot of people don't want to, be on my channel or whatever because I'm not with the drama. There's no drama in my life, and I don't want drama. I ain't got caught up for a little bit here, but I'm busy. But anyway, I had lost my joy, and a lot of my joy has had got to the point where I didn't really recognize, the things that God had. Oh, okay, let me see. Hello? My volume is down. It's like my grandkids were yesterday because it's not even anyway. I'm hoping that y'all can hear me. But I have been going through a lot of different things. And one thing, last night it hit me on the top of my head. I was like feeling like, I'm laying in the bed, moving around, things that I want to do, things that I haven't been able to do. Feeling sorry for myself. And so I was listening and watching YouTube, Walter Hawkins, I think it's his name, and he was singing that song, Mom. I had to listen to that song several times, and it filled my spirit with so much joy that I was like, wow, I forgot, because I was so on fire for God. You know what I'm saying? I was really on fire for the Lord. And, I had made a mistake a couple years ago with a person that I shouldn't even be with. This person is down there. And, I slipped up. God had delivered me from a lot of things. And it was beginning to take me down. But I'm going to tell you something. My testimony is that God is good. You know what I'm saying? He's so good. I mean, so good. I'm looking at other people that is my age and younger that have that haven't even made it through the stuff that I did. And I'm like, what is it? What is it, Father? What is it you want me to do? And I truly believe He wants me to reach out to Him. But that sounded marvelous. And He said, I mean, look what He's done for me. Look what God done for me. I don't have to have a mansion. I don't have to have no. He saved me. He saved my life. He pulled me out of the mud, the mud that was in my brain. The body was functioning great, what I'm saying? But the mind was muddy, was cloudy, I can see. And, it's just a lot, that, and it's joy, dude. It's joy. Okay, yeah, I'm going through these things. Why not? Who am I? Who am I to complain about? I'm supposed to go through this thing. You know why? Because it strengthens me. It makes me strong. It shows you what type of chick I am. It shows me what type of woman that God has created within me. 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 And, you know, I went on a slump this past couple of weeks because I was missing my sister. I was missing my nephew who was close to me, who loved me. And both of them, like I said, they passed within a year of each other. That was her son, before it, and and my sister was 5 years older than me. I'm 61, so her birthday just passed. She was in 60. Yeah. But anyway, I had been like grieving, because I missed them. I miss all my friends, but I missed them a lot. And I just didn't know how bad I missed them. But and like I said, God, he brought me to this walk of hospital for a reason. And it's because of the fact that we get so caught up in this world that we live in. We get so caught up in the things that are done to find us. And it suffocates. It tries to suffocate our very existence. And, when you're not grounded and rooted in Christ's word, then, you don't know. You don't know how to dig yourself out of this. I was sitting up complaining about the legs. I was complaining about the foot. I was complaining about, why come I can't walk right there. I was complaining about all this stuff. But you know what? All this stuff is negativity. Like I said, put the devil behind me. I put the blood of Jesus on that. I put it behind me because the more I focus on it, the more I see it. The more I see it, the worse it gets, or it will remain the same. So the thing I got to do in my head is I got to use this brain. This brain's got to say, you can do all things in Christ who strengthens. The doctors can't do it. The therapists can't do it. Nobody can do it but God. God and the belief that I have in Him. And like I said, He brought me from a mighty, mighty, mighty long way. Mighty long way. He could have wiped me out a long time ago. I should have been dead a long time ago. The stuff that I was into back in the day, I should have been dead. But God, show you how good He is. I'm merciful He is. Even when we don't show mercy towards each other. But like I said, really when I got out of that, I just got out of the hospital and I'm like, I got caught up in YouTube and I'm like, this ain't right, this thing. But I don't know these people. The only person I know is me. So I got to be comfortable in doing me. So this right here is uncomfortable for other people, and I'm sorry. But I'm gonna continue to clean up. Each and every day I'm gonna clean up because I know my testimony. I know what I've been through, and I know what God has taught me. You know, it could have been terrible. And I always thought I was super smart. Which basically I was super stupid at the time. Didn't know. But my main thing now is trying to save souls because I want my soul saved. I want to make it into heaven. I do not want to stay on this earth in all this hell that we go. So many people have lost their loved ones these past years, but you got to realize they've been losing loved ones for years. And, it's devastating. You got to stay in your house, and wear masks, you know, like I said, why would you need a doctor to tell you to wash your hands? You're supposed to always wash your hands. My hands clean. And like I said, it's hard. It's hard that I have. He's renewing me because I never had an evil heart that I thought of. But he said, when people say, "Oh, God knows my heart," yeah, He knows your heart. He knows it's evil. He knows it can have evil possibilities with it. It don't mean that you or I can do evil things, but He know that heart can be evil at times. We're human. That's the fight that we have with the enemy. And it's not, and I'm not giving the devil no credit at all. But he also has his angels that he brought with him when he was kicked out of heaven. So, but like I said, the fight is on. I don't care what comes against me, the fight is on. And if I can fight people out in the street, I can fight him. I know he's a spirit. That means I got to fight him in the spirit. I can let him know, look, You are not the boss of me. You may be the boss of all these others, but you're not the boss of me. So I'm trying to put it out here where people can understand. That's the reason why I said, like and subscribe to my channel. You don't have to. But, if you do, that's fine. That means I can reach more people. You see, I'm just tired of doing this. Thank you. I used to always wonder, how can people talk about the Lord? Even though, like I said, I curse. I mean, boy. But how can people talk about God in one sector, and then the next time they say something, it's cussing. And then, I mean, not just cussing, it's rudeness, it's bitterness, it's vengeful, it's bringing people down so low. But you can cause people to have mental breakdown. People can have, they can act, commit suicide. We got to look at each other as humans, heart to heart. And like I said, it may not come out completely right out of my mouth, but I'm just here to just say, we as a people, we got to do better by each other. And when I say people, I mean all people, black, white, Hispanic, Asian, wherever you're from, African or whatever. We have to do better, especially as black people. I listen to a lot of things and then I stop. I just stop. I delete the things off of my channel because I'm like, that's not me. I don't want to get caught up in that mess, so I just started it. And I don't care how many views I got on there, it don't matter to me. 'Cause I got money. I'm gonna always get money. God is always provided. I'm gonna tell you a little secret. It was a couple years ago. I was going to the church that I was going to, it was Sanctified Church, but I was raised up with Baptist. And I went in that church, had cops, and everything. But I learned something from being up in there that God, God specializes, you know. I came up in there, man, high as crap. I had smoked weed. You see, I was in my 20s, my kids were small. And God delivered me from a lot of things. Delivered me from that. And delivered me from God, so, because it wasn't so much that I was promiscuous, it's just that I'm a loyalty type person. And if I'm involved with that person, I'm involved with that one person, period. And it takes me a minute to get past that situation, that relationship. But I had to ask God to put me right. But I was going to church one Sunday, and I had $3 in my pocket, me and my kids. I had got down to my last can of mackerel. I was gonna make them some salmon and get some rice when I got home. I didn't have nothing else in my cabin, nothing in my refrigerator. I went to church with the kids, and I put them $3 in the collection plate. And I prayed. I was in a good mood. I was happy. I mean, it was just $3. I mean, I didn't have nothing else. That's all I had. Honey, I went to visit my sister who was right about a couple doors from where I went to church with. And she was talking to one of her girlfriends on the phone. God bless her soul because she's down. And she was like, who is that? And I was in there talking to her about God and all these. I was excited. I'm on fire for him. I'm on fire. And she was like, tell her to come over to my house. And she lived right behind my sister. So I went back there, and honey, I tell you, when I went back there to her house, this woman said that God put it on her heart to bless me. And I'm like, why would God put it on your heart to bless me? I'm just thinking, what's going on? This lady ran a rooming house, and she was making a lot of money. She opened up her refrigerator and her cabinet, and this lady gave, I mean, enough groceries to last me 2 months. I had to get a cab to take all that stuff home to my house. And like I said, I didn't have nothing but one can of coffee, handful of rice, had the oil, had the sugar, had the butter, but I didn't have nothing else in my refrigerator because I wasn't getting food stuff. I wasn't getting none of that stuff. But God provided, even when I didn't have nothing. He provided. And it's not, like I said, it's Him. It's Him who gives us. It's Him who supplies me. Like I'm gonna continue to put my word out here. I'm gonna continue to give my testimony because God's grace and mercy saw me. I'm living right now because of Him. I could have been dead a long time ago, but He sees fit for me to be alive and still well together, getting stronger and stronger and stronger. Like I said, those obstacles I had to overcome, I overcame them, and I'm still overcoming because I know who I serve. I'm not perfect. God in heaven knows I'm not. I know that I make mistakes each and every day, but He put that grace over me, and that grace is what sets me free. So I'm gonna read a little word to y'all. I got people that click into my channel. I don't know who it is. They click for me and they click off, and then I don't do it. But God's word gonna get up there anyway. Somebody's gonna see it. I'm gonna read in the book of John, John chapter 1. Ooh, John is good. Okay, let's go. John chapter 1. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. And the same was in the beginning with God. Who's he talking about? All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made. In him was life, and the life was the light of men. And the light shineth in darkness, and the darkness comprehended it not. There was a man sent from God, whose name was Jonah. The same came for a witness, to bear witness of the light, and all that all men through him might believe. He was not the light, but was sent to bear witness of that light. That was the true light, which lighteth every man that cometh into the world. He was in the world, and the world was made by him, and the world knew him not. Ain't that something? You made the world, and the world didn't even acknowledge him as being who he was. Show you how corrupt man can be. Okay, where was I? He came unto his own, and his own received him not. But as many as received him, to them gave he power to become the sons of God, even to them that believe on his name, which were not born, not of blood, nor the will of the flesh, nor the will of man, but of God. And the Word was made flesh and dwelt among us, and we beheld his glory. The glory as of the only begotten of the Father, full of grace and truth. John bare witness of him and cried, saying, this was he of whom I spake. He that cometh after me is preferred before me, for he was before me. And of his faithfulness, all we receive in grace for grace. For the law was given For the law was given by Moses, the grace and truth by Jesus Christ. No man has seen God at any time. The only begotten Son, which is in the bosom of the Father, he hath declared him. And this is the record of John. When the Jews sent priests and Levites and from Jerusalem to ask him, who art thou? So they wanted to know who he was. They asked him, was he Elijah? They asked him, what's that? What was the other thing? And he said, I am not. Art thou that prophet? He answered, no. And said they unto him, who art thou? That we may give an answer to them that sent us. What sayest thou thyself? He said, I am the voice of one crying in the wilderness, make straight the way of the Lord, and said, the prophet Esau. I think it's Esaias. But they didn't understand it. They didn't understand the truth. They didn't understand God's right. But like I said, I'm just here for a little bit. Ain't nobody on my channel, but that's okay. God is gonna heal my channel. I'm gonna be lifted up. I'm gonna be lifted up. Because I know I'm gonna be lifted up. Because I'm gonna put his word out there. Yeah, I'm gonna give my testimony, and I'm ready to give my testimony. But I'm gonna tell you this right here too, y'all. We need to pray for our young women. These black women are running amok out here. We're supposed to be come from the bride of Christ, which is the queen of sheep. So that lineage, that line, that bloodline. But we are here acting monkey. I know a lot of people, well, can't nobody tell me how to act, can't nobody tell me what to do. You should look at yourself. I look at myself every day. I know I'm missing this, that, and the other. But you know what, other than that right there, that don't make me. What makes me is what's in his heart, what's in his face, what's in his brain. And I like what he is coming up his eyes and out his mouth. That's what makes me. And it's too strong for you, then I'm sorry. But like I said, I've been trying to reduce a little bit too, but I'm still trying to recover and get better. And I will, and I will. I truly believe that I will. So with that being said, the sugar spice, and if you want to hear more testimony, I got thousands or more. But my first and foremost is giving all honor to God, who's head of my life. He's the one who gives me the ability to wake up in the morning. I used to wonder why I never get up there. I was so depressed, but I'm not depressed anymore. I put that in God's hands. A lot of people got to go to psychiatrists and get on drugs and meds and all that right there. I don't want nothing to go inside of my body for that. I want God to be the one who cleans me out. Now, a lot of people don't have that faith and that belief, but they need the doctor. I'm not saying not to go to the doctor. Some people actually need to go and get help. But when you know that it's a spiritual warfare that is happening to you, and you have to fight through it. And that's what he said to, you know, to shun the devil. You got to resist him. That means you fight against him, not run from him. You got to put your foot on his neck and stomp him. So the things that he brings to your mind and things that, because see, most people don't just stick to they think on these things. And that's only because people put it in their mind to think on these things. So, but like I said, our young women need help. Our young black women really need help. The way we dog walk each other is a disgrace. Disgrace to our race. It's putting us back, beyond slavery. We shouldn't have to compare ourselves to each other. I mean, who cares if you got hair? Who cares if you got nails? Who cares if you got makeup? Who cares? I mean, you should care more about your looks. your self-preservation. You should care about how you carry yourself. I was called a young woman, even though when I was out there on the street, called myself being Miss Fancy, I still had self-respect for myself. And I can't teach nobody. I still want to teach my daughter and my granddaughter. How to be young ladies. You know, don't know real man want a woman that is, it's like that. They want a woman that is pleasant, not just pleasant to the eyes, but also pleasant to the mind, to the spirit, to the body. It's not mean you got to be weak and mild. It don't mean you got to be scary, intimidated. It's just that you have to have a sense of, feminine, be feminine, be a woman about yourself. Certain things that we should come out of our mouth. And like I said, you attract what you are. And, I don't know how attractive my second looks is because he was abused. But I wasn't abused. He was. I think what it was, he just couldn't stand the fact that, I could talk to anybody, anywhere. I don't care who you are, I don't care what profession you were. Because I never was over like how some people be groupies and over obsessed with people. I'm not like that. No, that's it. And I had a brother that was like that. He was just, I mean, what a person had, he was always like, I don't know, I feel it. And it's me that got it. I may be excited for a second, but then I get over it because I've been trying to give it away. But like I said, our young men need a lot of help too. But our young women really need to check themselves because a lot of things that they be saying, I be hearing outside of my window. They be talking about each other so bad, talking about some other shit so bad. And I'm like, so what is that saying about you? What is that saying about you? What is that saying about your character? You can't give a person a legitimate compliment. I've never been a person that couldn't compliment another female. If that woman is beautiful, I'm gonna say she's beautiful. If she's sexy, I'm gonna say she's sexy. It don't mean I'm gay. It just means that I see beauty. I got eyes. God gave me eyes. I'm not gonna sit up and hate on somebody because they look different from me. And I don't care what you got. I don't care what man you got. God didn't just make one man. He made it's millions, billions of men. I think it's like 7 billion people in the world, or maybe more. You know how many men out here? How many different nationalities it is? Even though myself, I prefer black men. The dark is very for me. But but yeah, but we need to do a lot of prayers for our young black women. We really do. And the reason why I said black women is because I'm a black woman myself. It's just like I said, just to make money, you got to dog walk a person. That's not fair. That's not good. And I'm not talking about nobody on YouTube and nothing like that. I can see them around, saying that and I'm like, I can't tell them anything because I'm not their mother. You can your whole woman, you can say, to yourself, but I'm just trying to give them some guidance, trying to give them some truth, trying to tell them, so if I'm going through what I had to go through, you know, don't be like that. Don't be hating on people. I know what hate them. You got some people they hate them. I mean, you can walk in the room and the first thing they do is just looking at you, like you got a plague or something. Leave people alone. Leave them alone. That's the Lord. Just stop. But like I said, you got all the nationality girls too. Hey baby, how you doing? Hello. I'm just over here just give them a little testimony time. I was telling about how I didn't have a $3 with my children. They were small, and how one of my sister's neighbors, which is her friend, called me over. I didn't have nothing in my refrigerator. I just had a can of macaroons and rice, and I came from church and I put the last of my money. Oh, I'm doing great. I'm not good with this typing, okay? I'm gonna get better though. But I didn't have anything, you know. So, but she called me over and she gave me enough food to last me for 2 weeks. I had to get a cab home to take my food home. And I was like, I was so amazed with God's blessings like that. I'm like, I mean, she didn't know that I didn't have nothing in my refrigerator. My sister didn't know I didn't have anything in my house, but I didn't talk about it. But God knew. And by me putting them with $3 in that collection plate, he honored that. He gave me enough to feed me and my 3 kids for 2 months. And I mean, it's been several things like that that's happened. You know, you know, I mean, I'm all, it's not always broke, but I had, was going to a store with a girlfriend of mine, and she was buying groceries. I had, think I had enough to get some noodles and some hot dogs. And I seen $1 laying on the ground, so I picked the dollar up. I said, well, I found $1, and I put it in my purse. Walking through the store, and I'm like, well, let me get this, but this little cheap cologne. I couldn't even afford to be sprayed. She said, I'll buy you a bread. I said, okay, fine. And so we was going through the line. She was checking out. And I'm getting ready to take out my little dollars, but said my extra dollars, and it makes me $2. And I was getting ready to take it out, and I opened it up. It was $50, and I was like, oh wow. And she was shocked too. I said, girl, I don't need your dollar. God provided. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to, put out there. It don't matter what you got. Nobody's gonna take care of it. We may not get all the things that we want. He gives us what we need. All that time in that nursing home, I'm sitting there crying to myself, upset, because I couldn't see my children, I couldn't see my grandkids, and the people that's coming to our room, half of them on the way is man. That's where I got to see my king from that place. I've been around all people and never had it, so I got to see nursing home. And like I said, I went to nursing home not because my kids can take care of me. It's because the care that I needed they couldn't do. I got one son driving a truck, the truck driver. I got another son who's a musician. And my daughter, she is just, she had a little boy. And I just didn't want to put her through all of this, changing my things and stuff like that. So I'm like, okay, it's a nursing. But it gave me a chance to think into the place. And how good God was to me. And even though, like I said, I was laying there, pitiful, couldn't move my upper body. I can lift these arms up today. They trying to do a little weight training and stuff, and trying to get my little guitar tuned up again. But it's just it's crazy. But we do need to pray for our young people. That has been on my heart, for the last I said for the last year and a half. But I didn't know how to put it out there. And I'm like, our young black women need our help. They do. Because, they may not want to listen, but them dragging each other. The stuff I hear outside of my window is terrible. And I'm like, God, I'm ready to move. But a lot of people, like I said, they don't want to hear it because, I so it's like I one person up here, they click on and they click on for a second to click off. I don't know if they're afraid, they want to see if I'm with the drama. I'm not with the drama. All I am is when I see something that is not right, I'm going to speak. Just like with the other lady, one of the two sisters. I spoke on it. I spoke on it because I didn't think it was right. Because I'm like, there's no way in the world that I would see my family like that. Even though though I'm praying for everybody that I see on here. See what I'm saying? And I prayed for her, and I made it, and and she lost my respect when all that stuff came out. And all of a sudden, you don't talk about it no more. And see, like I said, I don't watch it. I don't watch those channels anymore. I just stopped. And because it was detrimental to my spirit. I'm trying to grow in my spirit, not just on this channel. But like I said, I made this channel basically for my grandkids. I don't want to put something like here that they'd be ashamed of. I don't want them ashamed. Because I have to look at themselves. They're going to be teenagers and grown women one day. And they look back at my video and I'm being gone. But grandma's off the chain. I don't want them to see me like that. I just don't want to put that image out there for them or for anybody else's child or anybody else's family. I just want our women to understand this stuff about, okay, I understand about you. You got the big butt. I got a big butt. But how am I going to sit up here my age and, you know what I'm saying? Even if I was in my 40s, I'm not going to be out here doing booty, what do you call it, booty twerks and all that right there on this camera. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? That's disrespecting myself. I'm not going to get on here talking about the stuff I hear outside about, you know, you a grandma and you talking about, you know, you having these one night stands with these men and all this stuff. That's too much. Too much information. I don't want to do it. Whatever you do in your private sector, that's you. But like I said, I'm on here just to try to bring a little positivity to this YouTube. Because this YouTube is something else, baby. It is something else. But I'm saying something else that I've been learning too. Because I've been learning about this copyright thing. Uh, when people talk about people flagging their channels, uh, I think they can flag them. Then they get like flagged or something like that. Then they got the privacy complaint. Then they got copyright takedown request, legal process. Don't you know it takes over $1 million to take a person to court for all those legal fees and stuff like that? And I'm like, well, what are these people talking about? Oh, I'm gonna take you to court. You got $1 million. I mean, seriously, man. So I'm like, that's just talk. That's just talk. It's not, you got a patent law out here. You can still sell patents, but you can't take down another person's channel. You got to take them to court. And once you take these people to court, you got to have that money. You got to have that money. I mean, in case you lose, what if you lose? That's $1 million that you don't have, so you're gonna be in debt for the rest of your life. And then they got the fair use protection on YouTube. Because I've been looking through YouTube stuff and Twitter stuff. And but you can make a lawsuit if it's yours, like you make music or any kind of thing that like that you create, art, um, what else is it? Any kind of painting, any kind of like if you got like videos that you're making that that personally, specifically what you're doing for your channel, then you can file for a lawsuit. But like I said, it's $1 million. And like I said, half these people don't have $1 million. And they're not going to give you no pro bono on this. Period. But I'll be listening to someone, I'm going to take you to court and I'm going to sue you. I got the money. You got $1 million. I don't have $1 million. In my lifetime I've had, but I blow it. I'm listening to you time. Mine either. It ain't mine either, baby. I try, I listen, because I'm a silly person. Like I said, I'm fleshy, I'm human. And I listen. Then I got to the place, I'm like, well, why keep, dragging people? And, some of them I subscribe to, and then some of them I just stopped subscribing. I didn't subscribe anymore. And they only talk about people's blood, how they look, the kids, all kind of negative things about where each other live, like how. I mean, you can see I'm in my room, my background. I'm in a wheelchair, and I can keep my room kind of peaceful, the best I can. And but that stuff like that is too much. You hurt people, and then they'll say, "Well, God did this for me." God, oh, the water don't mix, baby. The Holy Spirit cannot dwell in an unclean temple. Why do you think I get on here and I try to, testify? I'm not trying to justify anything because I've seen, and like I said, when I did it, that last time when God delivered me from smoking that stuff, you know, uh, I was on fire. I was on fire for God, but I thought I loved this thing so much, and and I found out that I didn't love it as much as I thought. But the sin had already been in everything else. And I heard one person say, well, it's not saying if you enjoy yourself, but I felt like I couldn't enjoy myself. The reason why? Because I felt like I did something against God. Because I asked Him, if you deliver me from these things, I promise I won't do these things anymore. But the devil said this one you do to me, one you do, that I've been with over 20 years, and been with him, you know, uh, off and on for 20 years. And he knew I never see. Yeah, and it's sad. It's, it's, it's just sad. It makes us as black women look horrible. People already, I mean, people don't think of anything anyway. They already think we scum, and I don't know. I don't get it. It's not so much about what they think about it. It's about what we think about ourselves. And like I said, when you always on here talking about, oh, I'm so pretty, this is a oh, I'm just so good. Dear friend, please get a grip on yourself. You can whatever you think you look, then think about it, it can be taken away like that. All that stuff is vanity. All you need to read is the book of Ecclesiastes. All of that is vanity. It's fading away. It's not going to last. If somebody had told me, but see, I already knew because I was raised around old people. People that I was raised around, they was in their 70s and their 80s, and there was 12 of them. And so I was listening to these old heads from a long time ago, and they would tell me, you think you're popping now. You usually got this big booty and all this right here. They ain't have much bread. But when that booty gets to the place where it starts dragging the ground, it's gonna be decent. And I'm like, it ain't gonna never drop, like that. But after a while, when I had first started getting sick, my son would tell me, "Oh, mama, it look like you got a wet down for it." Man, I started laughing. I couldn't do nothing but laugh because I'm like, man, dude, you done cut me below the belt. But what is your butt used for? To use the bathroom. I don't know what other people do with theirs, but I know that's what I do with mine. Always have and always will think this is wrong. But this stuff about all this vanity, my skin is so light. My skin is so black. I got all this melanin popping. I think once you go black, black don't crack. That is a lie. Some blacks do crack. Well, I don't care what nobody says. But, it depends on how you take care of yourself. If you take care of your skin is going to take care of you. But, if you're a heavy drinker, heavy smoker, and even though it's like that, God can even straighten it up. He can turn it all on. But, like I said, we're good people. We need to get stronger than what we are. We're so divided, it just don't make no sense. It does not make any sense. Not to me, it's not. We too divided. It's You ain't hearing the drama, all that negative coming at you. But you know, you wake up. This people wake up in the morning watching YouTube, watching the drama, watching. And I got caught up for a minute, but I'm like, wait a minute. I'm trying to serve God. I can't serve God in this too. So I had to start clicking that mess off. I just clicked it off. I can't get caught up in. I can't get caught up in other people's affairs. But like I said, I draw the line when you start talking about these children. I draw the line when you start, making up lies on people. I draw the line, when you saying hate things, about people having certain diseases and all that stuff. I can like you, but I don't like the things that you put out. Okay, we know that people have cancer. We know people have some people have HIV. Some people have, all kinds of things. Some I have an artistic grandson, and you know what a person talk about this child that hasn't done anything to anybody, that loves everybody, everybody. You know, I commend my oldest son because he was taking care of this baby ever since he was a baby by himself. From 18 years old, he's in his 30s. He's a man. And he got full custody of his son. This lawyer, the judge told him, I'll come here now. You shut my son. I was there with him. I was with him. He was my only two eyes. You gonna pitch too many young men to step up like that. But I just, I'm just displeased in my spirit about these young men. And it's hurtful. Yes, it's too short. I put him first no matter what it is. It's too short. Life is too short, baby girl, for us to have to go through stuff like that. It's other things, that we should be doing. Look how many hungry people out here. Not even, you don't have to go overseas to find hungry people. You got hungry people that live maybe next door to you. You got children out there that are being abused. You got old people out here that's being neglected. You know, there's things that we can be doing, productive. If we was more productive like that, we would have less time to spend our time on these put something out here that, somebody, something that helps somebody. That's why I said, well, I'm gonna dedicate my channel to the Word of God. I can't do the mukbangs and because I can't consume all that food. I cook food, but I cannot consume. And but put something out here that can uplift these young ladies. Let's not try to divide each other even further than what we are. You know, people try to put it on the white people. Okay, a lot of it did come from conditioning from back in the day. They condition our people and this went through our genetics, on down the line. But the thing about it is women are trying to break some chains. You got to break it. You got to stop it. Prepare to stop it. And I can't stop these people because I don't believe in nobody losing whatever platform they have. They can have whatever they want to have. I'm not gonna. And like I said, I'm gonna try to be the one that try to, at least try to toot a horn and say, hey, it don't have to be like that, baby. You know, you don't feed into that stuff. Once you feed into it, then they got you. They got ownership of your heart. Yes, we got to do our part. We got to. And like I'm raising my own kids. I ain't got time to help nobody. Man, you see a young sister out there, you see that she's in the error of her ways. You might be cussed out, and then again, she may stand and listen. You don't know what a person is going through. I used to talk to chicks that were heavy set because I'm heavy. Been heavy all my life. I said, I said, you know what? If you know how to get a man to real seeing him when he come knocking at your door at midnight. He can't see you in the daytime. Don't sit up and take you out and treat you like a woman. Then don't deal with me. And they look at me like I said, I never dealt with a guy that didn't treat me right. You had to treat me right because that's what I want for myself. I could have been the type of woman that, things happen to be easy to where they can just feel like, well, they talk, I don't like big things. Yes, they do. But they want to see you at night. They want to see you when nobody else looking. That's when they want to see. And then these girls they get all caught up and twisted up and tangled up, and then all these babies come, and then my baby daddy fighting over this dude. This dude done already went over here to this girl. Then let's use it as white girl. And then you made it the white girl. Then you made it the Chinese girl. Then you made it the fat girl. Then you made it. Then I'm like, good Lord, all you gotta do is give me a reason to say thank you, Jesus, that I'm not in that relationship anymore. That I got a whole different mindset. You have to value you before you can value anything that's around you. I'm 61. I'll be 62, be 727. Sister, I value me. And, you know, I am, I'm single. I'm a divorcee, twice over. And I'm not looking for anybody. Don't want anybody at this point in my life. Of course, I want companionship because I got friends, that I talk to over the phone and stuff like that. But you know, but you just got to be real. You have to open up realness to them. You know, one of my kids was telling me, you got a lot of these guys that are incarcerated, and they can get out here and they can tell these young dudes stuff that they need to know. You know, pull up your pants. Be a man. Stop walking around here looking food. I've seen guys run around here, man, with their pants. They got their belts on their pants and their pants on their knees. They running from the police or from whatever. And I'm like, dude, put a belt on. What is wrong with you putting a belt on your body? I look at it like these women don't have respect for themselves. And no man is going to respect them because the way they carry. That's true. Where that is a God honest. How you gonna respect somebody that don't respect themselves? Why would you buy a cow and you can get the milk for free? If you giving it to me for free, they're not gonna buy you. A man is just like if you in the wild, like in the Sahara Africa, like those cats are, they're the lions and stuff. A predator wants something that they have to chase after. Now, most of the time, if that animal's already dead, they're not going to touch it unless one of the others had already killed it first. They love to chase, you know. You know what I'm saying? They like to chase after. And that's the way a real man is. A real man is going to chase after that shit. And you got these other dudes that, they mean, but what I'm saying is that they don't know about the chase because, see, in their minds, they is looking at the woman out, getting that thing because that's all they see, that's all they get taught. But a real man, a man with respect, and most women don't want these real dudes. They say they do, but they don't. Oh, he's too nice for me. Oh, he's too good. That man is a man. He's the one that will give you comfort. He's the one that will protect you. He's the one that's gonna provide for you. Yeah, we live in the days of women working. You're supposed to work to take care of yourself. Because can't depend on nobody. But, you know, we put together on things and we provide for each other. And by the way, we provide for our kids. And you young, I'm looking at your picture. Come on, girl. see, it's something. And see, if I don't get it out there, who's gonna do it? I went to other channels, and this one was talking about being feminine. Now I'm watching her a lot. I found her name. I put it one of my description box. She's talking about being a feminine woman. And then I went to this other lady's channel. She's a black African, and she was talking about uh, why black women should be more feminine because they can get white men. And I'm like, girl, come on, get off of that. Let's get past all of that. It ain't about, I mean, are you looking at this person because they're white? Or are you looking at this person because they're a man and they're good men? Whatever. I mean, I'm saying, I get with a man and I'm like, yeah, I'm with this white man. And this white man this and this white man there, this white man this. What? That's not me being with him because I love him. I'm with him because he's white. Or I'm with her because she's white. I'm not with them because I love them. I'm with them because they're white. And when I tell it to a lot of people, they get real upset with me. Because my daughter got all the friends that are white and they got, kids with black guys. And the first thing came out of her girlfriend's mouth was, they love me because I'm white. I'm like, girl, they love you because I said they love you because you're easy to them. You give them what they want. And like I said, I know you remember this thing. It was like, I don't mean to be, I don't mean to be rude, but that's what it is. And you remember they call it girls gone wild, and all these white girls on it was real wild around. And then all of a sudden you see black girls wilding out. I'm like, why are you doing this? You know, for yourself. You want to be just like these white chicks over here. You think these white chicks got something up on you. That's why, that's the whole thing about being with these, sometimes being these white men. Sometimes the white guys get treated good, sometimes they don't. Sometimes black women treat you good, sometimes they don't. And Asian men and all, I mean, going on down the line. But the thing about it is, if you with somebody just because of the color of their skin, and just say, oh, I don't see no color. Well, why would you mention this person is Caucasian? We can clearly see that this person is Asian or Caucasian or black. You can clearly see that. But you have to get on here, and I've noticed on these channels, they have these people on here. I'm my interracial couple. We can already see that you're interracial. And it's so funny to me because I'm like, dude, and people flock to their channel. They flock to it. Number one, they do it because they know it. Because I wouldn't know that. I flock to it too. I'm going to be honest with you. And, I was just, body language because I read body language. But I don't judge people by their body language. Because people switch up on me. I've known people that took those, a lot of tests, and they can be so cool and calm, they pass it. So those things actually don't work unless they first, and sometimes they can be overly nervous and they'll feel it and they still haven't done anything wrong. But because they're nervous, because of the fact that they're being questioned, then they'll feel the test. And because you got people that's calm out here, they're very calm, and they can pass it. That's right, girl. That's right. That's what I'm talking about. See, it's a difference. What I'm saying is a difference. It's not who you marry, it's what they say out of their mind. You know, and because I got plenty of friends, girlfriends that's married to, people from other races. But it don't come out of their mouth. Well, he's white. They don't come out of their mouth. Because, like I said, we can see, we got eyes. But I don't know what it is. It's like it's a badge of honor. And your badge of honor should be within kids, not who you married to. Then, well, that man is good for you, like I said. I don't care what color he is. That's great. That means you got a good man. I look at a man as a man. I don't look at a man for what what nationality he is. That's right. What's in your heart? It's what's in your heart. And but I had told this girl I was playing around with her and she was talking about my son and I said, I said my son needs him a white one. And she was like, why? I said because she'll be more understanding and helpful when it comes down to his son. I'm not saying all of them because you got dogs and everybody, but what I'm saying is that a lot of us sisters don't have time for that, especially raising another man's child. And then, then you got a child that got, issues that, they don't want to deal with. And she got offended. Yeah, me too. I'm from the old school sister. I mean, I can only be who I am. I can only be who I am and what I am. And like I said, I talk to these young people come around, they only 30. Remember, when I first started talking, they were teenagers. Black, white, Iranian. They were young, about two Asians. I don't know, one from Korea, the other from Indonesia. They were friends of my kids. And, I talk to them just like I'm talking now. And like I said, I don't have no. I even had one of my son's friends tell me one time. I don't know if he said it because he wanted to get in my good grace or whatever, but he was a white guy, and he said, "I hate white people." And I said, "Well, you hate yourself." I said, "Why would you say that?" I guess he was expecting me to say it. He was expecting me to agree with him. And I'm like, "Why would you say it?" Because hate is a strong word. Why would you hate your own people? He doesn't mean, well, what they did, I said, all of them did it. I said, I said, it was a couple, it was the elite, basically, who owns, other people or went to other, places like that. It wasn't all of them. So you can put everybody in one category in that box and say, well, it's all people. No, you can't do that. It's just like us. I cannot stand it when people put us all in one box, in one category. You know, people say I'm African American. I don't call myself African. I call myself I'm black. I'm a black woman, and I don't mind calling myself. I've always loved calling myself a black woman. That's what I am. But I don't know what part of Africa my people came from. If they came from that, they could have just been from the United States of America. And by doing all the slavery and stuff like that, we don't know over the generations, over 400 years. A lot of people not really remembering where they come from. That's me. I'm a black American. I was born here in America. So, and as far as I know, all my people was born here. And, they found big old heads in Mexico. I can't even call it obliques. And if you look at the features of those statues, you can Google it. They got noses like mine, features like me. So I'm like, well, these people's already done something else thousands of years. So this thing was already there. So basically, what it's telling me is, uh, we are from here too. Maybe not all of us. Maybe the newer ones that comes over here is not from here. And I even went further because I used to be into Black history a lot. I went further down the bloodline. I looked up all the bloodlines and stuff like that. And they were saying more old positive people was hunters and gatherers. I got it down in my book like that. And it was talking about thank you, sweetie. I'm enjoying you because you have came on my channel and you talking to me and make me feel great. like I said, I was just like my daddy. If I got on a push to one person, which is my wife, then hey, it's all good. I'm But yeah, I was into that black history, and they were saying that most people that was O positive, basically from this country, from this country. That's way back, and they went all the way back to the hunters and gatherers of this country. And by me being O positive, it's like I was wondering, and I looked through some parts of the bloodline. They got the whole map of the different regions of where they're from, and the blood, the blood type. And it was talking about most Africans, the ones they have got the blood from, most of them they're not O positive. They are like O negative or O free or something like that. And then a lot of the other races is mainly A, A, B, or RH factor stuff like that. But when you really got a lot of black people say, well, I got a lot of Native Americans. And a lot of Native Americans do have that O positive blood type. And but they also have a different type of factor in their blood. But see, like I said, I don't know where I come from. I don't know where my ancestors come from. But I know that it doesn't matter where I come from. Like I said, I don't make no difference to nobody. I think people all over the world is good. I've seen a lot of African tribes over there in Sudan, the tall, dark, smooth skin. I've I've seen a lot of them, and I'm like, man, they are beautiful people. And I've seen a lot of Ethiopians, sons to date with Somali girls, and beautiful people. Ethiopians are beautiful. All of them are beautiful people. They just live in different, areas, and they self, have different things that they do to themselves. They still beautiful people. And I'm the type of person, I look in your eyes, and I can tell, in your eyes when you're genuine or you're not. You make sure. That's why I don't try to get on here and hide myself. I'm not gonna hide. I'm gonna be me. I can't be nothing but me. I can't be nothing but me. And like I said, I don't like to disturb anybody. I'm gonna read my word. Gave my little testimony earlier. You know, I knew exactly what I came from. I didn't always had a lot. When I was coming up, I had a lot. That was the goodness and grace of my family. But as I got older, and get all these years and you know everything. I was in the housing project. I stayed there for like 4 months, and then I got to there for a Section 8, and then I stayed on that for a few months, and then I got this place now. Really on my own. But I worked, took care of my kids, and it was hard. It was a hard battle, especially raising sons, by yourself. And I had to raise them up to be me, and to be able to tackle this world, to be able to see what they can do. I didn't raise my boys to be afraid of anything in the body, and they're not. And I didn't raise my daughter like that either, even though she was a little shyer than the boys, but she came out straight up warrior because of her brothers. Her brothers made her strong. Well, I feel blessed. I'm gonna tell you why I'm blessed. I feel blessed because I'm able to see things that I didn't think that I was gonna be able to see. And I'm able to have a discernment of certain things. And I didn't understand it at first. I thought, I was afraid. And I'm like, and I was dealing with no, the ritual stuff. And I read about the needy spirits and all that. And I was afraid because I'm like, is that just the way I am? And then I got to thinking about it. I started to read the word, and he said that he gives us discernment, and we should be able to understand certain things. And some of the things that I see, it frightens me, and I have nightmares sometimes. And I have to get up in the morning and rebuke it. Uh, my baby boy was in an accident. sent here last week. He drives from Big Ridge. He's going to Atlanta. And they got some kind of mountain they had to go up to. And I didn't know anything that he got mine. And the big truck he drove, it flipped. And and I looked at the thing and it was like it was a drop from that mountain. He was going up, there's a drop all the way down. And he came home, he was like, Mom, I almost lost my life. And he was showing me videos of his truck. And the truck that he was pulling up that hill, because he had a big truck on that truck. But he lost control of it. I said, "Were you going fast?" He was like, "No." And I was like, "Wow, God is good," because all that night I was praying for him. I lifted out to protect him and to put an edge around him. And he did it. He did it. He did just that. And like I said, I didn't know about it until the next day. They talked to his brother, and his brother was like, "Oh my God, where are you?" So his brother was on the get it. And he was like, I'm good. He said, "They don't turn the truck back over, and I'm getting ready to drop this other truck off, and I'm coming back home." And that's what he did. But, I just hope you don't drive it, when it starts getting icy outside. Then you got to go to around. And I was thinking, there's no other route you can take. He said, "No, that's the only route to go to where he's going to drop off those trucks." But like I said, God is good and he's protected. And I was so happy. He was like, "God was with me, Mom." That's the first time I've ever heard that come out. He said, "God was with me." He said, I thought I was going to die. And when I seen that drop off, I'm like, "Thank you, Jesus," because, he's striving. He's got children that, that he needs to see grow up. He's raising daughters and sons, his babies. And, they love each other. It's everything to them. And he loves his kids. All my kids love their children. And, for them to have to really grow up without a real dad in their life, they knew what it was like having no father, so they became to him instead. Like I said, I raised them in the beginning. It was hard. It was hard. But I raised them to be, I wanted them to respect women, to be honest with a woman. Don't get into your relationship unless you're willing to be in a relationship. But if you do get in a relationship, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But that's when we got to be there for children, they got kids and stuff. Um, that's sad. So, it's, I'm so sorry. That's what I'm saying. People got to think about the consequences. You know, oh Lord, that's a lot. I'm praying for you, sister. I'm praying for you because God in your knows it's hard. And people understand when you lose a loved one, and you got people that I've seen on the TV talk about folks like that. It is too short. It's too short for them. It's way too short. I don't see people on here talk about folks who's dead children and stuff, and I'm like, why would you do that? Why would you say things like that? That's hurtful to people. You know, why? You know, what's the meaning? And you got people that are agreeing with these people and, clicking on their videos and laughing and talking about that stuff is not funny. It's not respect. Not for you. It's not actually funny. It's not. And see, like I said, God is giving me a heart and getting a heart that I didn't know. Yeah, it is sad. It gave me a heart people. And I'm not saying I never had a heart, but he changing my heart because I cry with just about anything. And, start praying because I'm like, people out here that are suffering. And I mean, like, so like I'm in the place that I was in. You had people looking at me dying from the same thing that I had. And I'm laying there, couldn't move my body. And I was afraid. I was laying there. I got scared. I was like, what if a fire breaks out? And will they get me out of here in time? You know, 'cause I couldn't move. And then something was in my mind. It was like, I got you. You're not going nowhere. And I was worried for nothing. So I stopped running. Yeah, that's crazy. That's some crazy stuff right there. That's crazy. Cause see, number one, it's hard for a baby to be born in the first place. You know, yeah, you having taking love and making the baby, but for that child to travel and then get to that age, it's a struggle for that seed to survive. And it's got to fight so many other millions of others. And the ones that make it there, they're the ones that, just like us here. So we're fearfully and we're wonderfully made. And when that happens, and then for somebody to just to take a life, and then just because you're jealous because this person got this, you don't have it. You can go out there and do something. You can do something. Go out there and work some leads. Make you some money. You may not get rich overnight. Make it your business. Get you some trash bags. Get a rake. And just rake leaves. Get you some gloves. Get you some goggles to put on your face and stuff. You don't have to kill somebody because you're jealous of them. You don't have to make fun of people's children because they handicapped. You don't have to talk about a person's family member because they were passed away. That stuff causes people to want to do something to harm you. And see, why would you want to bring that to your I can't do that. And see, when I hear stuff like that, I just can't do it. And I can't subscribe to people like that. I can't do it. I can't. And like I said, I don't know if they look at my web channel or what. I don't care if they do it. I really wish they did because I can't deal with trauma. Things like that. I just can't do it. And because, like I said, I know my mouth, and I've been asking God to change this tongue that I have. I have a wicked tongue, and I don't want to come to me like that. And so, but I'm so sorry if I lost your train. Like I said, I've been, we do. Like I said, we make it back, and then we all want to go like to come to the white man. This white man, he trying to make his coins too. He ain't thinking about you. We ain't back in the day. Now, you may have some, maybe don't want to see progress, but can't nobody stop you. If it's your time and it's your will, it's your season, you're going to get what you're going to get. And stop blaming other people for your faults. That's what I'm saying. They blame other people. Stop blaming other people. It's you. It was, my grandma used to always say, everywhere you go, you got problems. Everywhere you go. Don't nobody like you. You can move from here from one state to the next state. You move to another continent and don't nobody like you. Why? You don't look, it's you. That's what I'm saying. People are always looking at other people. Well, they don't like me. I'm gonna talk about this. But it's you. You're the one bringing it. So if you're the one who brought it, it's you. You got to see. That's why we got to look at ourselves in that mirror. We got to look at ourselves. What is causing me not to have these people in my life? That's the reason why I said it about that sister. You have ostracized yourself from your whole family. Your whole family don't want to deal with you. That is sad. You ain't even got one, I don't know, that wants to really be in your life. That's sad. That's a sad, sad situation. And I was praying for this sister. I'm still praying for her because I want her to see the light. You know, I don't understand if she understands it or not. You know, no, they don't see that they the problem. They think drugs by everybody else. They do. I've known people like that. People they think it's somebody else. They're whack. No, no, no. They always got a problem, but it's you. If you stop running your mouth so much, you stop stirring up trouble when you don't have to do that. You know, you just, I mean, you're drawing negativity. And see, I'm not on that low vibration. I'm trying to be on that high vibration. It's the spirit of God. And, but, yeah, and I hate to say something about this, when they was making fun of the one sister because she cried. Why would you laugh at a person that is feeling spirit? The Bible says, one sin that we won't be forgiven for is you grieve the Holy Spirit. I've heard him say, well, God don't forgive us for everything. He does not forgive us for being the Holy Spirit. And for putting Jesus to an open shame all over. I'm gonna find those scriptures and I'm gonna write them down. I'm gonna bring them back to this channel. But like I said, it's sad. And what was versa, even though the young women, check out the ones I ate, or maybe in they like they late 40s of the I age. Some of them are worse than the young ones. I don't know if they trying to recap or recapture the youth. It's okay to feel good and springy and happy and stuff like that. But you're trying to be like you're still a young girl. When are you gonna become a woman? I've seen. I just it's too much, and it's really comical in a sick sense. It's comical, but it's also sick, and it's crazy. It's crazy out here. But sister, like I said, we just gotta keep people in prayer, keep our surroundings in prayer, as God protect us. I know this one on YouTube. There's someone that I mean, I don't blame you. I stopped. It's a lot of them. I don't know. I stopped. I tried, but I stopped. I stopped. I even tried to give her compliments. This one I'm talking about, but I stopped. I'm like, stop worrying about these situations. You can't change this. You can't, if it's, and I've heard the lady say, well, I'm the first. Well, just because you're the first don't mean anything. That don't mean nothing. You know, and everybody, you don't base your it's a blessing to have money. When you can take care of your needs, you can help other people. But see, God also gives us money to help us, not just ourselves. But a lot of people hoard it all for themselves, and then well, look what I did. This is because of I got this. It ain't because of you. It's because of the breath that God put in you to give you the ability to do what you do. And but they oh my God, I just some of them is just some of them is just off the chain. They won't show their face. They get on here and they talk crap. And some of them get on here, they don't say nothing. They just people got to wait for hours. And I'm like, and it was all the chain. It was too much. Yeah, I was agree. It was too much. It was way too much. I couldn't take it. And I know a lot of people like, well, you don't like her, you don't like me. But see, that's another thing. Where is all this click stuff coming in? People, they, if you support this person, you can't support this person. You support this person, you can't support this person. Have we become a gang out here? That's what I want to know. I mean, are we a gang there? You know, if you like them, then you ain't with me. Well, I don't know. I block you. I do this to you. No, if you can have your channel, you can have it. I don't want it. Take that with you. Take that with you. I don't want it. I rather sit down and watch the Korean people eat than watch stuff because they don't be doing no yapping. They just be grubbing. And most of the food they eat, seafood, I don't eat that kind of seafood. And but I just watch them cook. I watch them eat. That's it. I watch their channel. That's all I watch. I even comment on their channel. And if they cook something I like steak or fried chicken, I go, boy, it looks good. But I don't deal with it. Look, I don't deal with it, things I can't. I just cannot. It's just like these celebrities out here. They the same way. If they like in beefing and stuff like that, then the only one that I have issues with, and that's because of what he put out there, that little X, uh, I don't forget his name. Black, he was black young man, and I think he's gay. But it's the videos he put out there, and I'm like, I didn't look at it, but my daughter was telling me about it, and I was like, it's too much. That's really I don't understand how come YouTube will let they be played on the platform like that. I know he's got a lot of money, he's rich, but my thing is, why would they let that be shown? This is it's just somebody doing something with the devil. I mean, why would you do that? And but I can't watch it. I would never watch it. And I like rap. Some rap I do like. If they talking about something that is education for the mind, I'll watch that. Okay. Okay. I'm looking channels like I don't know. I've heard of local. Okay. Yeah. Radio. I did look at one uh with local. Some man was talking saying some awful things, and I'm like, I never even knew this person. I don't know he existed. And so I'll look that up because I haven't. The only one that I've seen. Well, I made like a little video about it, but I deleted it. Um, Colors up the dog. And the reason why I made a video is because I like her intro. So like I said, I've been to intros and outros and stuff like that. And because I love music. And but I seen it. My daughter was watching it one day, and you know, and I listened to the intro, and I was like, "Yeah, bad intro, not so." And so I watched her, and I made a video about her being a separated woman and stuff like that. But I did, and like I said, I don't care about the people. People like they so scared to delete certain things. I mean, come on, I got what 70 some people, and but I deleted a lot of it stuff, and because like I said, that's not business, and I'm not gonna be strong for that. But yeah, I've seen that with the local lady, the stuff that they were saying about her, and then I seen that what's her name's sister was laughing. I'm like, what is so funny? Why are you laughing? She laughed at this other lady. Uh, it's a Ciara. When she was making fun of her book laughing. I'm like, that's what turned me off sometimes. I'm like, dude, why are you doing this? What's so funny? nothing funny about what that man said. And but that's the way it is. Working with care happens. Oh, okay. I'm gonna check that out because girl, I told you my hair, I had to cut it down really low. If something happened to my scalp when I was in that hospital, I don't know what it was, but it's I'm gonna show you my little hair. It's growing back. It's wild. It's gone. It done turned all white on me. But it's longer than what it was when I first came out from the hospital. A lot longer. But I just put it now. I'm scared to put anything in there. I'm from Nashville. I'm from Nashville, Tennessee. I'm a Southern woman. Um, you know, thank you. I mean, it's growing. It's not as long as it was, before I got sick. Because I had started on my little natural journey, and because I had a perm at first, and I cut it all off. Then I started growing my hair natural. It took me like a year and a half because I had cut it off down like this, and then it grew from there to here, like it's in here, from that year to here, so I can pull it down. And for some reason, I got this weird hair. You know, some people they just pull it and then it will snap back up. I don't have that kind of hair. I can when what you see is what you get. See, this is the way it is. And I've been trying to figure out what kind of hair you got. I don't know what kind of hair I got, but like I said, it's real wiry, but it grows real thick, and then when it gets real sticky, it starts like locking, locking stuff. But see, mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. But cause I wanted cause I'm like, why my hair is not pulling like this? Cause I've seen them on, even when my hair was long, I couldn't pull it and it wouldn't go back up. It just stayed, just like it'll flare out. It's weird. I'm weird. But when I would have the perm and stuff like that, oh my God, it laid so good on my head. It laid really good. And but like I said, I've always had a real cool hair there. But then when I got in the hospital, I started going bald right up in the top. And up in the top now, it's growing back thick again. So all I've been doing is I wash it and then I just put water in it to rub it. Because I've been trying to put this oil into it. I never had my hair braided like a small braid, but twist. I used to braid. Cause like I said, my hair was always, even when I let it grow, it was always long. So I just put the braids on. And that was it. That's the only kind of braid that I would do. Unless I tried to do something a little stylish and I would go wrap it around, something like that, put it up. And, but I've been listening to people talking about their baby hair. And I'm listening to myself, what is the deal with these baby hairs? He said, it's on baby. I said, well, people be talking about their baby hair. They baby hair. And he said they ain't had baby hair since they was a baby. He said, you think talking about eggs, talking about this. And I was like, oh, I said, well, mine goes almost down to my eyebrow. But I never did lay them down. I would put gel on my head sometimes when I want to make a ponytail. And my daughter was telling me, why don't you put some burgundy dye in your hair? But I'm like, if I put burgundy in there, it's gonna turn like a orange because I got gray hair. Because I tried to dye it. I like blue. I wanted my hair to be blue. And my auntie used to have hers to be blue. She keep it in waves, and it was always I single waves. I don't know if you remember those little clamps, the little silver clamps they used to put on their hair. And I don't know if you can find them anymore, but I used to really like to see my grandma with it in her head. And it was like some pretty waves. But I know how to make waves with curling. And what's the okay. You remember that? Yeah, those some good things. I don't know how she slept on them. She put a scarf over her head, And she put those clamps on there, baby, and when she take those clamps off, look at girl be rocking. That waves just motion. Uh, but I was thinking about that, and I was like, well, if I put that, see, I'm used to black hair. That's on the guy that I did. She's like, oh, put with color in there. I said, well, I have to do something else for the color to stick, because if I put it in there with my hair is gray now, it's gonna turn it orange. And I don't want to walk around with no orange age. My age walk around with orange. I don't look like no pumpkin, man. But yeah, I'm looking for a channel. But I have seen Super Lopez channel. There's a couple of them I haven't seen. Uh, but uh, but I'm gonna look up that Sister Lock. Cause I'm trying to find something different. One thing really gross where I can twist it. I have a problem with flattened hair, and when it's real short where mine is, I can't really cut. I can't pull it up to cut. Like I said, the way my hair is, when I pull it, that's the way it is. It grows, but when I pull it, it don't move. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know. They talk about 4C, 4A, 4B. I don't know about that because mine just don't move. It grows, but it just won't. Okay, love. I love you too, and you have a blessed day. And I will see you later. I'm pretty ready to end this. Been working. I'm getting ready to eat. So you have a blessed day, sweetheart. Okay. So I'm take care of you. I'll talk to you later. Bye.